just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico in the booth with Greg Olson and Blake Groupie on the field to get this started. Off we go here in Inglewood. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56, the #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
He's got his man, Davante Adams. And he will go all the way. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Rams. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints, nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. To return, it's Kendre Miller. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler. Looking to throw to get started, it's Rattler. Oh, the ball's out. The Rams have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Rams offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. A diving effort there, but he can't reel it in. It's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. Touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Saints nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense about ready to get going on their second possession. In motion goes Cooks. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. He looks forward for maybe a yard. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and 11. On 3rd down, it's Rattler. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Williams. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Atwell sent in motion here. First down, it is Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
2nd down, it's Stafford. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. That one caught by Adams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. first down. They'll start out with Kamara. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That stop made by Byron Young.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Kamara. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Rattler from the gun. They get 18 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 18.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A play fake. Now, Rattler. Right side, he's got Moreau. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 44-yard line.
Again, up the middle with Kamara. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Rattler. And they're going to lose this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Saints first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Alvin Kamara on the carry for New Orleans. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Kentrell Miller. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. He pulls it in around the 5. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Rams' 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. That is caught.
Rattler's pass.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Spencer Rattler, touchdown, New Orleans. A lot of bodies down there, but there's one with the football, the quarterback. It's all that matters. Breaks the plane for the touchdown.
And all that quarterback is looking for, Mike, is the smallest of creases before that snap. Once he identifies it, all that's left to do is put your head down, get behind the big boys up front, and drive the legs across the goal line.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Saints are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Saints 7.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They put Adams in motion. Receiver in motion, going right. Play action now for Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua, 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. Alontae Taylor is there for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
It is second and 6. Throwing, Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football. They don't need much. It is third and inches as we are ready to get back underway. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Right side, complete to Nakua. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Atwell sent in motion here. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Stafford. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Saints 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Throwing is Rattler. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Rattler to throw here on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Olave. Down the sideline. And he will score. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. Saints back within 10. It's now 24-14.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A first down throw for Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell.
Stafford's pass complete to Tutu Atwell. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have a 1st and goal inside the 5.
49-yard gain.
It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. It's a gain of 49.
1st and goal.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
A loss of 6.
Demario Davis getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 2nd down. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
A 23-yard
This
attempt.
is about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Saints 14.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get across the 20, knock him down to the 23-yard line. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Rattler. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
A play fake. No throw. Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Rattler. He'll try to run for it. And yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
He was brought down by Jared Burks.
And that just can't
gain of 10.
happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
And that time, the pressure, too much, he'll go down. That is Cameron Kitchens, the safety who got through to make the play.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rattler. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Groupie now on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Saints are back within 6.
Rams 27, Saints 21.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie that kicks this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They put Adams in motion. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That's outlined to Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
2nd down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
Well, you give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stafford working from the pistol. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And they'll take this down inside the 35. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
27-yard line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Again, it's Stafford. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Devontae Adams. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He's got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. Stafford to throw again. That one taken in. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, Rams. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Cardi now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Throwing on first down, it's Rattler. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll give himself up here, so that's a gain of 5 on first down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Saints going to use their second timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
First down, New Orleans.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. He'll step up and run this. New Orleans, third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Second down, they need 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He'll run again.
Spencer Rattler on the scramble. A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints first down.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports Halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios and the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Rattler now back to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15.
They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. And you look out there and you have a mismatch. You have a linebacker or a safety on your running back. He's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion is Hill. Now Rattler gonna throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's gonna be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
A gain of 12.
It's a gain of 12 then. First down, New Orleans.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Right back to Hill. He's got it again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's Rattler. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
To throw again is Rattler. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes. Braden Fisk in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read one, read two, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Here's Rattler. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Jared Bruce getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Olave is the motion man. 3rd and long, and here's Rattler. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. Xavier Smith deep to return. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to the 25.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That'll be caught by the running tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain
on the play.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they go backwards here again. The defense stands tall, and it's 4th down.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
In punt formation.
So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. This returnable from inside is on 40. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Redmond. And the Rams will take over possession here at the 44.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Rams offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. This one complete to Atwell. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Rams first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Atwell sent in motion here. Now it's Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
2nd and 11. The shotgun snap to Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Higbee.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Rams will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Throwing is Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down up past the 35. They don't have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. Olave is the motion man. Looking to throw. Rattler. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
To the middle of the field and caught by Coates. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 13 yards.
13 yards on that pass play. First down, New Orleans. To throw, it's Rattler. Now a screen set up for Miller. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3. They're going to toss it now to Miller. Good blocking to the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him. So either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive and some points.
He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And now it's fourth and goal.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's called in on the left by Nakua.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Atwell sent in motion here. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That's out wide to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. They'll go with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throw it on third down, Stafford. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Punt team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
A gain of 14.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Rattler going to throw on first down. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 2. They'll go play action here with Rattler. Forced out wide, taking off, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. Oh, he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
trailing late. They've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try it now with Miller. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
20-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. Saints going to use their second timeout, and it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Atwell sent in motion here. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Rams punting unit coming out.
For the Rams.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right side to Olave. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the time. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A pickup of 44 yards. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Rattler to the air once more. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Rattler. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Rams have it. He's inside the 40, inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you could ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Out of the gun, Stafford. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Rams 43, Saints 24.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From his end zone, it's Kendre Miller. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. There's that man again, another catch. And he's going to be marked down around the 33. Now whistles and timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this, but they're going to stop it. 4 seconds left in the game. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Here we go. One final play. He's got it! And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They fought till the end, but still will come up short. The final act now of this football game, the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints are able to edge a bit closer. So it's a win here for the Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.